Ladies and gentlemen of the Red Army, how are you all doing? I am Con Ulrich.
And I'm Ringru. Hello, hello, hello.
And guys, we're continuing our coverage of the Orsha tournament, the round robin Swedish Swiss something S round robin that we got going on. And today, you know how we had a no Russian game? Well, now it's the Reds versus the Blues, and it's not Bloody Gulch, it's Krupa, but we still have some great play anyway. Rang, who's fighting it out?
Well, on the left hand side in blue, we have our KKA, AmberT, playing as Third Guard Tank Corps. And on the right hand side, we have Morganall, playing as Train Knife Tank Corps. AmberT's in balancing come, and same with Morganall. Morganall?
I was gonna say
Morganall.
Morganall, but fair enough. Maybe it's Morganall. I have no idea. Some sort of like Celtic beastie, I'm sure.
It sounds like a really cool D&D monster.
Yeah, like not quite like a beholder, but pretty close to that kind of thing.
It'd be like a centaur, like half horse, half pig, like
But
big tusks.
low armor class though.
Yeah, yeah.
And I have now exhausted all of my knowledge of D&D. Uh, but this is Krupa, which means we're gonna have some choke pointy stuff going on here. But we don't tend to see, the Soviet officer purge. What's gonna go on between the 29th and the 3rd? How does this play out? We don't see this kind of stuff happen.
This is going to be really interesting because it's, if I recall, it's IS-2s and IS-2s. So we're going to be seeing heavy on heavy. AmberT's IS-2s are slightly better, as are the 44 models. They have a bit better frontal armor and all of that. But yeah, I mean, both sides are pretty decent infantry and tank play, like medium tank play, apart from that. So I'm really curious to see how this will how this will play out.
Well, both guys seem to be focusing on the northern side, which seems to be the general preference to anybody who plays this map to focus on
Mm-hmm.
that town nearest the border, shall we say, and a very early recon plan as well. Now, I'm kind of fascinated by the fact that Morganall says, you know what will be my Valentine, bringing in two of those recon Valentines,
Oh yeah.
which, not for nothing, are kind of shit.
Yeah, it's definitely a really tough unit to consider getting early on, as it in general, because it just goes so slow. So it's going to take a long time for him to get to the front line, but he's placing them in the middle, which usually doesn't get pushed. So they should have time to set up, get the kettle ready, and start plinking away with their little 40 mil.
And by kettle, you mean, of course, vodka still, right?
Oh yeah. They changed out that equipment when the Soviets got it.
I was gonna say, let's be culturally appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
We are, as you might be able to tell, we are bereft of our nice little points overall. So please take a look at the upper
Yeah.
right-hand side to notice the emergency exits nearest you.
Yeah.
To the northern side as well, we are going to see, sorry, Morganall is going to take that northern bridge. He is not a bridge too far. I made the joke this time. Suck it, Rang.
Yeah, I also do want to note this is from the previous patch, so we're still seeing Sappery PPSHs with TNT charges. So just keep that in mind. That's really like one of the big things that we should notice between patches.
Out of curiosity, do you have any visibility into why that happened? By the way, getting A20 coming in here, he's going after that recon plane.
Oh yeah.
Decent call.
Uh,
Why dump the satchel charges?
I think well, a real popular play was to do Sappery PPSH rushes because satchel charge is really good against infantry. It's weird. I kind of miss out on it, but at the same time, Sappery PPSH squads are now only 10 points, so they're a really good, cheap anti-tank team for 10 points. You can still rush up. So it's just changing up the balance a bit.
And it's at the end of the day, that's always what we're looking for, isn't it?
Hmm.
Now, we have a very brave PTRS squad trying to make it across the Northern Bridge. But although he's Russian, I don't think him going any kind of speed is going to make it across that bridge, and we're back to a 12-12 overall.
Yes, Rion. Yeah, neither side has managed to really make that crazy initial bridge push. Both sides is setting up along their side of the river.
I actually did really like what AmberT was doing, though. We saw AmberT kind of do a feign and plane, I'm going to call it. He brought that recon in, and he also had a nice anti-air piece on the ground to kind of get supporting fire. As the A20 came in, he was able to pick that off pretty quickly. And Morganall, not to be caught out as well, is bringing his own anti-air piece to the north.
Yeah, it's definitely very good in SC2 to be preemptive, present.
Preemptive, you're right.
Yeah, preemptive in getting anti-aircraft pieces out because you never know when those planes are going to come, and you really do want to have, especially when early on, such as these 37 mils out, just to scare any nasty aerial intruders from your land or
I am
airspace.
kind of heartily amused by the fact that AmberT will not make any kind of push. All he cares about is that he has enough recon to just kind of hold the line for now. Is this
Hmm.
a sign that he's playing for a late game?
I think both sides are probably they're both playing the heavy IS2 divisions, so we'll probably see some like proper tank pushes later on, I'm guessing, as both sides are just pretty happy and setting up on the 50% line, trove. Nothing really too crazy. But I do like how AmberT is bringing out the recon planes, trying to scout Morganall's positions.
I am actually very surprised to see investment into a two-star Sherman.
Yeah,
Yes, I know that upgrading the Sherman since there's a veterancy gives him a little bit of extra oomph. That kind of puts him over the top in the early game.
uh, I've actually changed my mind on the matter now.
Okay.
Because with the Shermans, with the Shermans, you get 5 unvetted in a phase. But
Hmm.
with a 2-star veterancy, you only get 3. So you're only really losing 2 Shermans for the extra veterancy. And that can be pretty useful, not mainly for the anti-tank capabilities, Shermans aren't great at that, but for getting those snapshots on, like, infantry squads which are trying to, sneak up on you.
And see, real quick, I just want to note we do have a 76.2 on the east border of the map. And it looks like maybe we're getting another artillery piece. Where's the other one? There's another one that's getting brought forward. That was a howitzer to the north. Um, right. I had to respectfully disagree, though, because at the same time, isn't it better to have 5 hard points of fire as opposed to 3? Especially in the early game, I kind of feel like anti-tank is so easy to bring in, especially with a lot of the, Pack 40s or even the light kind of anti-tank weapons of the Germans. Is that really the best option to give away 40% of your tanks?
That's a good point. That's actually a pretty good point. But also at the same time, you may not, buy that extra 40%, so to speak. You may only
Hmm.
get, 3 to 6 sermons, like 2 cards worth of 2 stars, in the first 10 minutes or so. You may not need that many Shermans. You might as well try to get a bit more bang for your buck and get the extra veterancy. It is a good point now. It is a very good point because, you know, I find later games it's pretty dumb to get 2-star Shermans because Panzer IVs and Panthers and whatnot don't really care about the veterancy in your Sherman, and they have highly powerful guns. But early on, for like the infantry play and just trying to like kill infantry quickly, the extra veterancy helps out a lot in the accuracy and aiming department.
Totally fair. Now, I guess the major question at the end of it all, if you look on the middle of the map, by the way, we have one single Maxim holding the line. Um, I guess at the end of the day, the question really is the economy that you have early on. If it's a
Hmm.
balanced out economy, you're not really going to want to play for a heavy veterancy. No, for more numbers. But if you do
Yeah,
something like a Vanguard or even perhaps a Maverick, you might want to.
yeah. If you just want to spam more bang for your buck, essentially. At the same time, you might run extra veterancy and just spend more cards getting more highly vetted Shermans, just so you can have a lot of like highly vetted Shermans and just not have B and C phase cards
Or we could just
in
play
vast
a
quantity.
division that allows you to bring in 100 T-34s and call it quits.
You can just do that too. You can just do that too.
Obviously, see from the mini map, we are seeing concentration on both flanks from Morganall, so I cannot help but feel we are going to see a very, very delicate push, let's call it, across that southern bridge. The northern bridge is nominally under his control.
Mhm.
Not that I would relish going across that, where there's Panzerfaust and 42 mils from the flank. I mean, like that's dangerous right there.
Yeah, that is pretty good. Like both sides are pretty much set up a good defense along that bridge. I don't think any pushes are really going to be happening along there. I feel like if anything, we're going to see movement in the middle as we're seeing AmberT start bringing some more reinforcements here. Maybe realize maybe it'd be a good idea to move up his guards units in the middle and just try to get across river and do some stuff. But like I said, both sides are playing balancing comms, so just taking it nice and steady for now.
Yeah, I am surprised. Ooh, actually, Amber T. He has invested in multiple cards for that early MCHA. You can see we actually are well over the 3 2-star
Mm-hmm.
Shermans. Not that any one of them has really fired a shot in anger just yet.
They're just hanging around, having a good time, enjoying the
Exactly.
scenery of Belarusia.
Exactly. And you know, it's a little frosty, but it's home. But chilly receptions aside, I think your call is entirely appropriate. Yes, we are going to actually see the 76-2 trying to shell these machine gun positions. Unfortunately, I would say for the West Russians, the East Russians will not be moved by a couple of measly anti-tank guns and a howitzer.
Mm-hmm.
Especially they run out of ammunition. It seems like so fast. Ugh. Mortar bikes coming in, more anti-air to the south. Actually, you know what? I wonder if these two tanks to the south constitutes any kind of armor push across the bridge. It'd be kind of a tough ask because there is that 45 mil that's looking at a good chunk of that approach territory.
Yeah. Yeah, same time, Shermans do have a pretty good chance of killing it, because they do have the 50 cals and whatnot. So, it would be a ballsy move, of course. He doesn't know it, yeah. He probably doesn't know it, yeah, but maybe a push along the southern side would be a good call for AmberT. Get that infantry out and just trying to cross the bridge.
I am actually heartily amused by the fact that the T-34 and the Shermans technically can both kill each other. Not that they will.
Yeah, they have.
The
Yeah,
worst
they have
suicide
flipped
pact in the
armor.
world. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We can see right now. Actually, we actually saw that 76-2 field gun actually take out a half track. So I think the first vehicle kill might have been from a field gun, which is just really weird to consider.
Mm-hmm.
For some god awful reason, the Sherman continues to just push back
Yeah.
T-34s.
Yeah. Shermans are not the best in terms of the anti-tank department compared to SC-44. So both sides are just gonna shoot at each other and just it's
It's a
like
living.
scaring each other.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they also AmberT does have the 45 mm out, which is helping out quite a bit. And we're seeing like first commander from AmberT being brought up in as we get ourselves into the B phase, and Morganall also has an IS too.
Yes, he does. And the Cambrotti is going to come in the center part of the map. He gets up to you in the front, and there is nothing that's going to push him back.
No,
Oh, that
no.
E-20 actually got its bombs off. I didn't even see that until I just saw that the rising smoke from that poor field gun position.
Mm-hmm.
So how about the air power? We haven't really talked about that yet.
Uh, both sides are pretty standard. Nothing really too crazy. It's mainly more defensive and offensive, if I recall, for the air power. Just get your fighters out. Seeing AmberT means using fighters and recon planes to keep the skies clear.
At the end of the day, is that what you would be doing yourself, or would you kind of be looking for a little bit more of that ground attack?
With tank divisions like this, I usually just focus on getting more defensive planes like the fighters out, because you're going to be spending a lot of the points in the array on IS-2s. And IS-2s aren't cheap, you know. There's a bit of a premium on them.
Of course, I mean it bears the name of the boss. Why would you ever want to give that up?
Exactly.
Unless we ignore it, that position that before was held by the single Maxim, and then another Maxim after that went down, has now been taken. We actually have seen this in amphibious assault by two guard squads, rather plucky individuals. The first one of those is going to run afoul of this Automachiki if there's any inclination to move him to the southwest.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Aftermachikis, I think, are just barely out of range. That's why they
Yeah,
weren't
they
firing.
were, yep.
But now they're chasing, and you don't want to get close to Aftermachikis, that's for sure.
Well, I wonder if this is actually supposed to be some sort of cunning flank, because now we have a machine gun that should be able to put some excellent fire upon them. So yes, they will pay their price, the butcher's bill. Then again, actually, you know what? I might amend that already. They apparently have to leave quite a hefty gratuity on that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're actually seeing, I mean, we did see one flag get switched very briefly, but now we're all back to the Trove, so to speak. We're seeing a bit of Sherman play up north here against 76 mil field guns.
Well, a couple of the, excuse me for interrupting, but a couple of the T-34s do get picked off just to the northeast of that bridge. So we are seeing some casualties. It's just a very, very minimal amount, I feel like, over on AmberT versus Morganall.
Mm-hmm.
But I apologize. You were saying, sir.
Oh yeah, it definitely feels like in terms of this match, AmberT definitely has the better momentum or force composition to make a push somewhere. I mean, he's got an IS-2 being brought in down south and a bunch of guard units, so I think he is going to be gearing up to do this show. He's also got, units coming in up north as well, so he's setting himself up. Morganall is also doing the same thing. He's getting a T-34-85 in the middle, but he doesn't. Yeah, he's just been getting some of those more T-34s, which honestly is a pretty good choice, as they can deal with the Shermans pretty easy peasy, but of course they can't really kill opposing IS-2s, especially when they're 1944 models.
Well, the thing I think I'm amused by is that I'm really enjoying this fact that there's a battery of field guns being brought in with the infantry, and they're
Oh
being
yeah.
kept deliberately about 100, 150 meters apart. So I can't help but feel we're going to see this poor, oh my gosh, the Moda Razvedka kind of getting shoved on front, up front. That guy's going to buy it super fast.
Yeah, he's
Oh
probably
my
gonna get hit
gosh.
by the AT gun, probably be forced to either unload or die. Those are your two options. Pick him now and watch. Okay, unloads. That was the smart option.
The PPS 43, that's just a PPS with a modified magazine, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's a slightly different gun. Some guy in the comments mentioned
Okay.
it. It's actually a different gun,
Oh, yeah.
mechanically speaking, in a sense, but
Almost like a modified grease gun, almost to a certain extent, like a Russian version of a
yeah.
grease gun.
Yeah. I think it's the same principle, just like a cheaper make, which makes a lot
Ah,
of sense.
the
Because
Russian Sten.
yeah, or grease gun, like you said, just why do you need like this highly, precise precision submachine gun when you can just get cheap stamped metal thing that does the same thing but a little less comfortable.
Indeed. Now we are going to see the MCHA's walking point to take hits pretty damn quick, but we are also seeing the initial kind of barrages that are going to shell this 45 mil. Actually, I really like this concentration of fire. That's an excellent concentration.
Yeah, that was pretty funny getting all those 76 mils out. I mean, now it's going to be the problem that they're unloaded, so it's going to take quite a long time to get to the front line. But Morganall's maxims are definitely going to go down, and he should definitely want to go get some reinforcements down south, and he's doing that by getting lots of T-34 85s.
Well, and we still have 5 squads of guards that are still on trucks. So brilliant right there. He's going to lose a couple of them, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
These anti-tank positions to the Valentines, maybe even to the T-34. But maybe at long last the stalemate is over.
Yeah, it definitely seems so. We're actually seeing a bit of maneuver now. Some maneuver warfare. The phony war is coming to a close, and we're actually starting seeing some actual bloody action, which is good.
Indeed, in 1410, we see our bleed kind of fall back in. The IS-2, not for nothing, I'd hold fire and get my ass over that bridge.
Mm-hmm. I mean, nothing can really penetrate it, so it's pretty safe to just keep moving.
Ooh, baby.
Oh.
And one of the 76 twos is going to knock out a T-34, so well done there. I mean, broke the tracks, killed the crew.
Yeah.
Big,
Bombs.
big bonus.
I do like
Not
how you
mentioning
rush the
bombs,
guards.
it's too late. Yes, I know. It's one of those things that legitimately even I still have issues with myself. So I'm like, okay, I have artillery, and I press the wrong button at the wrong time. But
Mm-hmm.
that's ideally what you want to have, folks. Is you want to have that exploitation kind of group.
Yeah. Just like, because that whole guards unit, like all of them together, are only like 100 points worth of infantry, which isn't really that bad. And they're not great infantry, mind you, not the best weapon loadout. But they just hold. You just bring them up to hold, and they're gonna hold that town pretty well for the time being, especially if what's supporting them.
Exactly. 2 Shermans are going to get knocked out pretty damn quick. I would imagine. Transmission destroyed. It's going to be a dead MCHA. Any second now, boys. Don't make me a liar. There we go. And I'm actually really kind of surprised with I always, for some reason, am expecting PTRSs on these guard squads.
I know that's the DP runs.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
so disappointing. They just got, crappy little anti-tank grenades.
Things I'd like to see for a change. The freaking Russian tanks suffer the ignominy of getting hit and hammered by that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, IS-244 is real goddamn powerhouse. They were essentially a Russian King Tiger.
My only concern is, okay, yep, we have a Studebaker coming on in. All right, good. And we have another like tank platoon coming in, 2 MCHUs and another IS-2 as well, a Camaraderie one at this point.
Cool.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's...
Sorry, nothing. I just wanted to take a quick high look to the north. Nothing really going on there though.
Yeah, I really do like how this exploitation is going. AmberT's best bet probably is to try to hook around north from the southern side and try to clean things up. Yeah, probably aren't going to make too much progress if he continues trying to go eastward, if I can get my cardinal directions correct, and getting on top of a hill. That's usually pretty hard to push to shoot how close to the enemy spawn point.
It's really weird to watch a field gun fire heat ammo that just kind of like slowly glides its way across the
map. It takes like bloody 10 seconds for it to reach. It feels like 10 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm fairly certain once like one shot is shot, it shoots again before the first shot actually lands.
I think you're right actually with that. Now we're not gonna see it happen with these because they're already out of all of their heat ammo. But hey, success is success. One IS-2 I think is pretty much out. Yeah, it's out of AP shells completely.
Yeah. Such is an issue with the IS-2s. You always want to keep the supply trucks nearby, and you really should try to get that. Oh, it's A-20.
Bombs away, and it's gonna probably at least force him back, I would hope. Yep. There we go. I am surprised that this attendant infantry from Morganall was able to get back over into position. I had not expected really for them to have that kind of time to get in.
Yeah, he did manage to get like a few squads in there. He only has one Everton Machiki in there now, which honestly is still pretty good. He can deal with those guards pretty efficiently. But yeah, it's gonna be tough for him to take back that town unless he can, knock out his IS-2s. I really like how he's using smoke to try to block line of sight. Yeah, and he does actually have a pretty good line of sight on the bridge to shoot stuff as it comes over the bridge. But well, an IS-2 is about to come over the bridge, and T-34s are gonna have a hard time against that.
Again, though, he's firing from I can't even tell you how far away. It's more than 2 kilometers. It feels like it's like even further than that, though. I mean, good lord, it just seems like forever he's showing.
I guess because of elevation. I guess technically, if you're on a hill and you're shooting at a unit that's exactly 2 kilometers away in a rangefinder, it's technically farther than 2 kilometers of range because of the height difference.
Yes.
I don't know if I think they count Fiat in this game. I think.
So. That A-20 has been causing so much trouble here.
Not for longer.
Nope.
Oh, is he gonna cross into his own? Nah. It's already so deceiving sometimes. You think the plane's gonna hit your own troops, but no.
And part of me would feel bad about the fact that we're basically cheering for it to crash into his own troops, but come on.
It's like a goddamn... It's like seeing a comet. A very deadly comet coming right towards you.
Exactly.
So pretty much how the dinosaurs fell 65 million years ago.
Or the way that people from, New Jersey feel when they watch the Jersey Shore. This will be the end of us.
Yeah.
Shockingly, we've seen absolutely no action on the absolute most northern side. Is this an indication that no one really cares about that? They're not eager to force a bridge? Or is it they're just more focused on the bridge head down here?
Yeah, usually how this maps go is that everyone gets tunnel visioned on one bridge head. Because I understand, right, Morganall is putting all his forces down south to try to shut down the bridgehead so he can, get back at land and have a nice, easy, defensible bridge. While AmberT is only going to try pushing down south because this is the only place he's meant to make a breakthrough. And he is starting to expand his holdings north a bit now, moving in those Sapori squads and some guards that he's brought in, which is good cool. Trying to move through north is definitely his best bet.
Are we still... Okay, there still are 2 IS-2s over here to the east. I'm shocked. I don't think there's been any IS-2 deaths.
No, I don't think so. No,
I
no,
I
no.
can't safely tell you the IS-2s have continued to churn through their entire ammunition load.
Yeah.
More interestingly yet, I feel like the entire point over here from AmberT is to suppress the bejesus out of the anti-air pieces, and then at that point, very quickly send in his airplanes to do some strafing.
Yeah, yeah. In terms of artillery, AmberT's really only using now like one mortar bike, while Morganall he just has two 76 mils, and he has them very, very, very far away from the action, so they're gonna be extremely inaccurate. So he's probably not really getting that much effective fire on what he's shooting at.
Katya, that's all I can say. I was going to actually
Oh,
just make the comment. I'm surprised that neither one has brought in tube artillery. That is about to change.
yeah, and the Katusha, does
And
not
it's going to creep
forgive.
him out. Actually, it might even get the kills from this too. At that point, charging the IS-2s. Here's two more TI-34, 3485s. This could be the breaking of the pocket.
Hmm.
I have to get that beautiful noise. That kind of like that cloth ripping noise. But the spread is actually helping out AmberT's
I
defensive.
missed. I think he missed a little bit, like the IS-2's moves.
Totally did. That's a heartbreaking thing to watch that happen,
Hmm.
though. Meanwhile, I am actually counting here. Oh, one IS-2 does go down. It was going to follow shortly.
We can definitely safely say in this cast so far, the IS-2s are doing great and doing terrible at the same time.
Yeah, it's really kind of strange to be fighting with that idea.
Yeah, yeah. Mirror Masters is still something I'm still getting used to. I still like the idea of him, per se, but at the same time, if you play quick play 1v runs, there's always a chance you're going to get mirror matches due to how the matchmaking works, so it's almost like an official part of the game. It's weird. It's weird.
No, you know what it is? It's like somebody has joined chaos, and so the Imperium is trying to rein them back in. It makes sense. Just
Mm-hmm.
don't hurt yourself thinking about it, man.
Yeah, I think I'm seeing some horns on AmberT's tanks.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely see it.
Yeah.
Blood for the Blood God. Skulls for the Stalin
Skull
Throne.
Throne.
And we're getting tons and tons of artillery now. It looks like from Morganall. I think he is. Is it polite to say that he's slightly panicking about this? Because I really feel like we're starting to get a kind of a panic response.
Yes. Especially with how his AmberT's hooking around the northern side now with his troops, because that's a lot of territory he's managing to grab, and if he manages to get past like the forest area in between south and middle, you can pretty much capture the proper middle of the map easy peasy if you just set up some AT guns and tanks in that position.
Now, the Superiors, oh my gosh, the Comrati is coming close. Okay, he's stopping out of range. I was waiting for the Superi PPSHs with their Fausts to kill an IS-2 Comrati, and that probably would have just broken my heart.
Would have broken the ice too.
Yeah, exactly. But we are having an IL-2 moving on in, and yes, there is still a 37 mil in the area, but for some reason the last couple of airplanes have gone over. He's not engaged.
Yeah.
That's still really strange. Okay, goes down though, and doesn't really even do a whole lot.
Yeah, I've been noticing a lot of the high explosive plays on the IS-2s haven't really been doing much. They're pretty tough to pretty tough to make them scared. They're real hardballers, real poker straight faces. I don't know where I'm trying to go. If one IS-2 does go down now from AmberT down south,
Was that from the bombs themselves just now? Because I
uh,
think I missed the grey out.
I think it was a bomb.
Katyusha barrages coming on, and actually two Katyusha barrages. So I would be very surprised if the IS-2s survive being shelled this time. At least without getting a little bit of R&R first.
Oh, Katusha.
Yep, two of them. In fact, I see a second one from the northeast as well. And
Is he-
one barrage completely falls short. Oh my gosh, this is actually really, really not embarrassing, but it's so unfortunate.
Yeah, it's definitely hard with artillery. I mean, this is pre-patch, but even with the new patch, it's very hard with artillery to get those accurate strikes, because I believe the aim time in those Katusas is like 25 seconds, or maybe a bit longer now. I'm not entirely sure. It's a long bloody time, So you have to be very careful that, the thing doesn't move in that time. Oh,
Yeah, I
Morganall
like
just,
that call.
yeah,
That was a really great call right there.
knocking out the supply truck, yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's always a very good idea, especially against IS-2 divisions, because, strangle him from getting those scary AP cells locked and loaded.
Well, the funny thing is, I feel like AmberT is like, okay, the first IL-2 didn't work, the second one didn't work, eat two more. So he just spent an inordinate amount of time and tickets and points on just trying to suppress this single freaking IS-2.
Yeah.
He's not going to kill it, but he might finally freak it out.
Yeah, he's pretty freaked, and now he's getting out of here. But AmberT, he's got the Emchers. He's got lots of Emchers, and he's moving them through, and he's going to try to deal with that IS-2 in the southern middle area.
Yep. And actually, I continue to really appreciate the fact they finally put in the fire on the run thing.
Oh, yeah.
Tanks. I love that change.
Yeah.
I'm fine if they're not accurate, worth a damn, but it's about freaking time.
I'd only be accurate if I have a 50 cal. And you're American too,
Well, we don't believe in ammo control. That's
No.
great.
you have to make your assault rifles shoot burst fire so you do save ammo.
Oh, ooh, whoa. I kind of forgot that the Svedka have the bazookas, so the first Sherman is going to get killed by an American weapon.
How ironic.
I really forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. So Svedkas to sneak up on you and Shermans.
Another wave of guards in the south, another wave of guards in the center. Ooh, here we go. So he clearly is expecting that Morganall is stretched to the limit. And is throwing another thrust through the center.
Oh, I like that. Doing that 1-2 punch, hitting from the south to north, and then rest to east. That middle area is exactly what you need to do to put pressure on that zone. That's good. That's good play.
Yes, it is. Now, it is still 13-10. Still waiting a little bit here to see exactly if this next thrust is going to work. And honestly, considering how many troops AmberT just keeps bringing up in wave after wave of infantry, I can't help but feel we're going to see a W coming out of him. It's just a question of how many lives he's going to lose in the process.
Mm-hmm. He definitely has some momentum. That's for sure. Oh, Davka's going to get another Zook shot off. Doesn't get a kill, though, and now he's out of those rockets.
Well, there's an 1,000-kilogram bomb coming in at those 4 Shermans. They scatter like roaches, and all 4 survive.
Yeah,
wow.
It's a good micro call there, moving them out of the way.
I guess the thing I actually really kind of appreciate as well, I would really like to see a little bit more of. I'd like to see a little more anti-air getting thrown into this expanding pocket. I think that's the one thing that AmberT really needs to consolidate his position. If he can keep back those ground attack bombers, we really could see something really unique happening here.
Mm-hmm.
But I confess my attention's getting tossed over here to the northern assault, i.e. around the center.
Oh yeah, the guards are coming through. They're gonna run into that Sapri PPSH squad.
Well, more importantly than that, they sacrificed one of their number to unmask that 42 mil, which is still, I think, completely worthwhile.
Yeah. There's not really much here in the middle from Morganall. I mean, AmberT is bringing up a Sherman 2 for fire support, which is definitely going to augment his assault. And from the southern area pushing north, it's not really going all that well. The T-3045 is in position, and the IS-2. And yeah, Shermans have a hard time against those tanks.
We can see right now we have the 3 IL-2s. All of them are going to release the bombs right about now. There's at least one's going to die, possibly 2. Oh wow, they killed the IS-2?
Yep, they did.
I mean, you drop, 2,000 pounds of explosives, that's gonna, kill enough people, but surprised.
Like I said, you can always solve most problems with enough use of high explosives. Most problems.
I was to say, there are times I really ask myself, do I really want to be talking to the Canadian like you? I don't know, man. That's rough sometimes. But the thrust along the center line is going really quite well. We've seen the expanding pocket is now 15-9. They've secured a 2-point bleed. Another IS-2 is being brought on in to consolidate that position. Just maybe, this is the presaging another. Yeah, there's another push happening to the one, but it's happening nonetheless.
Oh yeah. Trying to get onto that hillside, yeah. But the Saparis are going to stop those guards easy peasy in the CQC range. And AmberT has a bunch of guards set up in the southern side, just hanging out, chilling, not really moving up. And goddamn, I do like how in the south AmberT has like 4 IS-2s and all his field guns just set up in a firing line. So if anything comes over that hill, it's not going to have a good time.
No, it isn't. And actually, it's a minor thing, but I appreciate there's some commando hunting, or commander hunting that's happening here between AmberT against his opposing number. I guess backtracking for a second, one thing I'm surprised by is that the artillery from Morganall has not been quite as effective as I expected.
Yeah, he has some, like, those 76, those F-22 guns are very inaccurate. You do have to have them pretty close to the front line to really hit anything. And they're so far distant with such a small, like, caliber gun, artillery-wise, you might as well just be throwing peanuts.
Sounds about right. Strelky DPs might be able to kill this M-Shot, but it's right in the center of the map, this damaged site. Shooter knocked out, and this is going to be an embarrassing kill. Driver knocked out. One by one, they're killing crew members. And actually to the north as well, we were seeing, yep, that Sherman has made it over the bridge. There's another one right there as well, and I guess the question is, can they take out the 45 mil before he dies? Not the first one. Contestant number 2 is still right there, though. And bit by bit, Morganall's positions are being overrun. And it's being done so delicately. Just really weird to watch.
Yeah, AmberT's had a very good, like, pressure play throughout most of his match. He's really been... I mean, for the first, like, 10 minutes, both sides were just pretty, chilling. But being able to push that southern side and just put pressure from that southern side to the north and to the east a little bit has definitely helped out. And also just, just having a, like, 1-2 flag advantage, which he's now pushed to his, 16-8.
Yep. A 4-flag swing is a big deal at this point. Now, there are the occasional little bits and pieces of, some tiny things are getting, retaken here or there, but IS-2 is going to put a stop to that pretty damn quick. First shot of the engagement, really? Yep, kills an Su-85. Second shot of the engagement. We see 2 kills, 2 for 2. Morgan also says, screw it, you know what, I've had enough, and he tosses in the towel.
And that's going to be a GG, and yeah, like a 1,100 kill difference, exactly.
We can see the efficacy of the IS-2. So we have one IS-2 over here getting 5 kills. Not the most high value of ones, but regardless, 5 kills, and he's pretty much the top contributor there.
Yeah.
Opposite number, we have one IS-2 killing 3 tanks and a half track, and then we're killing 2 tanks. We have this Yak 7B. Oh. This is the guy that strafed the Studebaker from before. He also killing a Katyusha. I missed that one.
Wow, that was pretty good Yak. That's a pretty good Yak.
Yeah.
And the Amsha, Felkis.
But yes, overall, a bit of a slow start, but it ended up being very much that kind of considered, composed play that we've come to know from AmberT, for the most part.
Yeah, it's good calls.
Indeed. Any other thoughts to take us through the end of this, though?
The IS-2's definitely run and lost.
Well, it's nice to know that it was the best of times and it was the worst of times out there for the IS-2s.
Yeah. Russia wins and Russia loses, which is pretty much like most of our wars in a nutshell.
I will avoid the political commentary on that for right now. Maybe we'll get into that on Thursday. But for right now, folks, thank you for tuning in with us for this continuing coverage of the Orsha tournament. Rank, do you remember who we're covering on Thursday?
I don't know exactly who, but it would be from the Orsha tournament again.
So, guys, come back in on Thursday to see if we're going to have another Russian v. Russian, a German v. German, or perhaps a truly World War II match of, East meets West. But until then, I'm Connell Rick.
And Rangaroo, take it easy.